guys, one of our babies came out. We're now going to release her on this butterfly flower. My children are very excited. I'm very excited. I feel very emotional too. So I'm going to open up.
Ik ga het ook doen.
Kijk, ze wil vliegen, kijk, want ze heeft vleugels anders bij me.
Moet ik het?
Okay. There we go.
Let's go!
I hope you could see it. Oh, she's flying around in the garden. Wild and free. Oh.
Dit is het! Oké! Ja!
Ja, we hebben ook mooie bloemen, hè.
Beneath the
This is how
starlit
big it is.
sky, our
Look at me.
love's secret
2
line
times as big as mom.
Yeah, look.
soars so high.
0.
The sky is the limit.
Beneath the moonlight, soft touch your hand in mine gets me every time. Lost in the city lights, our love's electric ride. You make me feel alive.
So, our butterflies has come out. There are like a few still in, but we're going to release them today.
Kijk, Gieter.
The cat is watching him. It's like cat television. En Mika. Poes, yeah. It's watching the butterflies. We have butterflies in here. And in here. And we are going to release them.
I know July is gone. You make me feel at home in the neon glow. As the leaves change color, I dive into you. When summer's fading, there's nothing to do but bask in the glory of the winter sun. Maybe this is the season of love.
Dat is zo cool. Wat is eentje maar? Skadu.
Beneath an endless night, the world spins around.
Je mag het open doen.
So now we are going to release the butterflies. But we are going to set an intention while we do that for something inside of us that needed to come out into in the sun, needed to be wild and free and fly. And parts of us that were hidden are now out in the open, are now popped. So we're going to do that.
Glory of the winter sun. Maybe this is the season of love. As the leaves change color, I dive into you. When summer's fading, there's nothing to do but bask in the glory of the winter sun. Maybe this is the season of love. Maybe this is the season of love.
Okay, we're going to release them.
Come a little closer. I wanna dance with you. Everything's moving slower.
Ik vind het
Don't know
heel
what it
small.
is you do.
Allemaal mee.
I you're looking good tonight. I wanna kiss you before the sun goes down. It's what you're doing, making me feel like I'm falling. And when you're moving, I can hear my calling. There's no one else here that I see but you. It's what you're doing that's making me feel like I'm falling. Yeah, I'm falling in love.
Kijk, laat eerst
Falling in love.
Ja, kan dat vanzelf komen.
You set my wheels in motion. I'm going crazy for you. I feel like the ocean.
Anderen hier aan de vlog.
I can see you want this too. Cause you've been looking at me all night, trying to figure me out. I just wanna let you know. And I ain't playing no games, baby, you won't change. I only want you. I wanna kiss you before the sun goes down. It's what you're doing, it's making me feel like I'm falling. And when you're moving, I can hear my calling. There's no one else here that I see but you. It's what you're doing, it's making me feel like I'm falling. Yeah, I'm falling in love. Yeah, I'm falling in love.
Oh my goodness.
I wanna kiss you before the sun goes down. I wanna kiss you before the sun goes down. It's what you're doing, making me feel like I'm falling. And when you're moving, I can hear my calling. There's no one else here that I see but you. It's what you're doing that's making me feel like I'm falling. Yeah, I'm falling in love. Yeah, I'm falling in love. Yeah, I'm falling in love. Yeah, I'm falling in love.
Je opslaan, je opslaan. Ja, daar gaat hij. Hi everyone, I am Willowtree and I'm all about nature therapy, creative therapy, spirituality and neurodiversity. But this video is a whole different story. And it all starts with a spiritual journey where me and my children found a bunch of caterpillars all over the garden. Like the whole garden was full of it. And we decided to bring some in that were crawling inside. They were like, this is an indoor room, and the caterpillars were coming inside. So my children decided to keep some of them. We fed them what they eat, and they eat nettles. So we gave them this, and they started clinging on the upside of the box that we have. And that was the first day, and I was like, okay, are they already going to in Chrysalis? Chrysalis? Is that the right way? I'm from Belgium, so if it's not always right, that's why. But they were already going into their chrysalis. It took about 4 minutes to go from a caterpillar to go into their chrysalis. And that was so quick, and I was so amazed, and it was such a magical day. They were like all filmed some of them. And I always take things as a sign or a spiritual meaning. Something that will teach me something about myself or my life or decisions that I'm about to make. So I took the caterpillars becoming butterflies as a sign of something inside of me and my children, of course. And they were so excited. They were like, oh my God, I was so excited. And I also meditated on it. I was just sitting there and watching the chrysalis and viewing myself as a caterpillar going into this chrysalis and being open to receive what inside of me needs to renew, transform, and where I'm about to learn about. I'm going to take a sip because my throat hurts a little bit. So, and when you speak a lot, you need to take care of your voice. And then when they were in their chrysalis, time goes by because it takes a while, a week or two, for them to come out. The kind of butterfly or caterpillar that we found was a peacock caterpillar. So they are so beautiful and I was so excited for them to come out. And then when they came out, we didn't see them come out because it mostly happens in the night, I guess. And in the morning when then we woke up, we saw them fly in like the crib they were in. And then we did go into the garden and the garden was already full of butterflies. Like this year has been such a butterfly year. Also dragonflies all over my garden. It's probably because I have a lot of butterfly flowers in the garden and because we were like gardening and having this cottagecore wildflower garden this year. It was amazing. It was the best. And then letting them out, we did set an intention to make a wish and I don't remember what I wished. I think I wished for like this place in the forest, to have like a place in the forest, to have like a cottage or something. But I also think I was setting my intention to let something that has been hidden be seen. And then I would say, be careful what you wish for, because then my children also made a wish. I don't know what they wished for, but my daughter said, it came out! So I'm happy for her. And yeah, we did our wishes. And then we just started going about with life again. And that was it, I thought. Because we did meditate on it, we did our wish, we set our intentions. That's probably it. No, not quite. Then I started like tuning into a part of myself that was not hidden. It was already known, but came up a little bit more intense. The thing is, I'm bisexual. Always been, and that was not a secret. Not for my husband, not for my friends. Most people that know me know that I'm bisexual. We also make fun of it when we go out. I'm the one looking at women way more than my husband. His friends and his brother call me part of the crew or part of the bros, because I'm mostly talking like them, like, oh, she's so beautiful, she's so hot, like, oh my god, look at her. And we laugh at it, that I'm obviously also into women. And that part came a little bit more above, and I started like tuning into that part of me, because I never really had a big time exploring. Even though my first French kiss, I would say not my first kiss, because I think a lip to lip is a first kiss, then I would say I was quite young. But my first real French kiss was with girls. And there was one day that someone on TV, on television, was talking about love, and that he doesn't fall in love with the genitals or the gender of someone or the sex, but that he fell for the person, for the soul. And that was a day, and I think I was quite young when I hear that on the television. That was a day that I resonated with that. Like, I was like, yes, yes, oh my god, yes. I just don't fall for a boy or a girl. I fall for a person, for their soul, for their energy. And that's when I knew I'm bi. I just fall for humans. And that's when I knew. And my first sexual experiences were with women. We didn't say women because we weren't women yet, but we were girls, and that was my first sexual experience, and I was quite young. And it was way later that I started experiencing with boys. I never had real crushes, neither on women or men, or boys or girls. I just had friendships, and well, maybe I'm lying when I'm saying I didn't have crushes, because I did, but I never had like relationships. I wasn't ready for it and wasn't comfortable with it. The cat decided to leave. I didn't really have like relationships early on like other girls. They were like boy crazy, and I was like, I just want to play. And I always knew that I was a little bit different. But later in life, I found out I'm autistic, and I told myself I'm more playful and wasn't like other women or girls because I'm autistic, which is true. This is completely true. But I probably was also not like other women because I was different in other ways than only being ADHD and autistic. And I was undiagnosed up until last year. I got my autism diagnosis when I was 32. So yeah, that also was an eye-opening awakening, like a butterfly, becoming out of this shell of thinking that I'm weird and there's something wrong with me, realizing that I'm just fine and I'm just autistic, that I'm neurodiverse and that I have a different kind of brain, and that's okay. But now this came more to the light, and I started like tuning into it because I was like, I want to explore that part of me more, because I think I was more bi than I thought. And then I started like digging into my own thoughts of the past, realizing that when I was a teenager, I was this more like masculine, femme presenting, but like I was like this emo punk rock, had this look. I had these chains on my pants. I was walking like a boy. I was talking like a boy, thinking like a boy, still think like a man. I have like this masculine brain, which I also told myself that's due to autism, which I do think still resonates, but maybe also has to do with the part of me being a little bit more masculine in my energy. I don't know. Still like exploring everything. But yeah, I came across as more masculine, even though I was obviously feminine. And then one day I was sad about something, and I never shed a tear in school. I was going through rough times. Like I had an eating disorder, I had a depression. I was in a bad place mentally back then, but nobody saw. Like, you know those people that are depressed but have the biggest smile? Yeah, that was I. And yeah, one day I couldn't, there was something that was too much for me and I started crying. And one of my friends was like, oh my god, you're so cute when you cry. Kind of weird, I know. You're so cute when you cry. You're like a boy. When boys cry, they're so cute because they normally don't show their emotions, and you're like the same. Like, that's when I realized, like, oh wow, I really come across as masculine. And I didn't mind. Kind of liked it because I was disassociated with women. I didn't felt connection with women. Was kind of scared of women because of past experiences with women, being mean, being narcissistic, being like treated in ways like that didn't resonate with me, that made me scared of women. And I was like, I'm not like that. I don't want to be like that. And I loved being more masculine and thinking like men and being more playful. So that was interesting. And yeah, I started like I said, listening to more gay music for lesbians, and started like looking at films and series like Orange is the New Black, for example, and I really liked it. I really liked it. Then we also did go to a show. Me and my daughter of Aurora. If you don't know Aurora, she's like this Nordic amazing artist, and she's gay. And then we did go to the show, and most people that were there were gay, and I liked the energy very much. And it was so much fun to just also be that part again of myself, because I have been in a heterosexual relationship for 15 years, I think, 15 years. I love my husband very much. So I'm not questioning that. But yeah, I also think missed a little bit of that part that loved women. I have been healing a lot of that trauma that I had around women, around my mother also being neglected, realizing that her like more narcissistic way of being was due to the fact that she was undiagnosed autistic, and that she also had a lot of trauma and carrying a lot of pain. And being undiagnosed autistic, not receiving the right help, not receiving the right support, going through some traumatizing shit. Yeah, she was mostly sensory overloaded. I think also by her own children, because me and my sister were constantly fighting because we were both autistic, are both autistic too. And the sound of my sister, her voice was too loud. She was a very sensory overloading person. That's not her bad, but like my autism is, my ADHD is more inwards. Her ADHD was more outwards, and I couldn't handle. So that's what clinched with me and my sister. Which is sad that we didn't have the right support, that's why I love labels now. I hated them one day, now I love it when we can use it to express ourselves, to give the right language to certain things. Now I realize and understand why labels are important sometimes, because they give us an opportunity to express. And we choose our own labels. And as long as they are used for positivity and realization and self-acknowledging, learning about yourself, that's positive. So yeah, but I'm off track. I do remember my mother one day saying to me, "Oh, you don't have to come home with boys." I think she was maybe thinking that I was gay, because I never came home with boys. Never was heartbroken by boys' breakups. I don't really felt sad I never talked about boys. So I think she might have thought that I was lesbian, because she said that one day, long time ago. I was, quite young, before I knew my husband. So that was interesting. There were so many things. I had one day also a good friend. I call her a best friend. We were best friends back then. Now we don't see each other anymore because she moved far away. And when your children are not really able to go to far places, that was sad. But I realized that one day that friend was so close that I wanted to touch her leg, and not just touch, but more in an attractive, sexual way, like how a boy can lay their hand, or like a girl lay their hand on their partner. And I felt like this urge. I didn't do it, but I felt this urge. And now I realize that this feeling that I have was because I had feelings for her. Because when she left, I was heartbroken. Oh, I can cry talking about that. I was heartbroken and never felt that. I had boys friends, but when they broke up with me or ghosted me, I was like, whatever. Was over it. And I always realized that I misunderstood the feeling of liking someone because you're good friends and being in love with someone or having a crush on someone. And I never had a crush on a boy. I always was like hunting boys. But I do had like a period where I was this like this slut period where you're like hitting and I want to like attract people, and I loved guys' attention. I loved them seeing my beauty, and it gave me more self-esteem. I liked it. That was why I was flirting with men, and I always thought I had a crush on someone, but when they showed attention to me, that they really liked me and wanted more than just flirting, I was like, nope, nope. I didn't feel it. So that's like a realization that was a sign that I wasn't really into men. But then I learned that we are like so conditioned so brainwashed to believe that we women cannot live without a man, that we need the prince on a white horse to save the princess, and every movie is built that way. Every fairy tale, every Disney princess has a prince. It would be interesting if Disney would create like this, two princesses falling in love with each other, or two men falling in love, two princes or kings, queens. That would be interesting. But that didn't exist, and we as women often get taught that you will feel the best when you find the right man that wants to marry you, get children with you, and that is the only way, and that's the perfect way. So I ignored the fact that I was bisexual and didn't even think about dating women, even though when I was going out I was kissing my best friend. She falling in love with me. She wasn't my type. Maybe if she was, it wouldn't have been different. But we were just like kissing when we were going out. My husband saw that. Like when I met my husband, he saw that I was kissing my best friend. When we did go away or do something, I remember that we one day were like walking like this, quite gay. But didn't cross my mind to have a relationship with women because I was scared of them and traumatized. And it's after like healing this feminine trauma inside of myself that part of myself, that bisexual part of myself, could come back and be again a part of me. And I started allowing that. I do realize that if I would ever be single again, I would never date men. I know that I'm sexually more attracted to women. Also, when I was a teenager, I did explore some, can you say popcorn on the YouTube, that I only liked when it was to women. So that also revealed something about myself, and that still is the case. Like, if I would look at something more sexual, I would only look at the women. So, and that became a realization, and I became very emotional because I became scared. Like, what if I'm just gay? What if I'm just into women? I'm married, I have children, I cannot screw up my relationship. I love my husband so much. Like, he is everything to me, does everything for me. We have like this beautiful relationship. He's like the most awesome dad for our children. He is like this most kind, loving partner. And that's the reason why I fell in love with him. He wasn't like other men. He wasn't this douchebag. He wasn't this only drinking beer, talking about sports. Nothing wrong with that, but like, I'm not into that. He wasn't this macho dude. He was more loving, more caring. And did I fall in love right away? No, because I was scared of bonding. I was just scared of getting in a relationship. I was in a bad place mentally. I was having a depression, harming myself, having an eating disorder. Like, I didn't believe I had a future. I believed I would stop one day being here on this planet. So I pushed him away for a long time, but he was my best friend. I never have felt so safe and so open to be myself with someone than with him. So he became my best friend, so I friend zoned him. But then we also kissed on the mouth, and we were like very intimate, not having sex, but hugging, flirting, kissing, and I couldn't imagine not doing that anymore in my life. And we all only grew closer and closer, and we're always chatting and laughing and hanging out and going out. And then my father died when I was 18. We knew each other then for a year. And I think that him being there for me, being supported, when I never have felt that in my entire life, feeling so carried and supported and so loved, it made me fall in love. And I'm still in love with him up until this day. But I realize that I'm probably lesbian and not bisexual, but that doesn't change my feelings for him. I sometimes joke that I'm the guy, that I'm the man of the house, because I'm quite masculine in my way of thinking, the way of speaking, and the way of being in our relationship. He's not at all feminine. He's not at all like having traits of a woman, but his way of thinking is sometimes more feminine than my way of thinking. So I think because of that balances out, I think, what I need in a relationship. But I really was like feeling this, I was scared of losing him. I was scared of ruining the relationship when I would speak and say what was on my mind. And he started feeling it. He started feeling the tension and started like pushing me away a bit. And I was like, we were laying in the bed. I was like, I feel like you're pushing me away. And then it came out, like he felt like, you have given me all of these hints that you're into women. I already knew that, but like recently you've been, hinting me that a lot. And instead of just openly talking about it, I cannot hide who I am. I cannot lie, I cannot hide. I'm not capable of being something else than myself. And I couldn't hide it, that I was exploring that part of me. And he was feeling it. And I felt like, it felt like cheating on him. It's not like I'm in love with someone or that I'm cheating. But it felt like cheating, having this secret that I realized about myself. So when we started talking, laying in bed, I was like, okay, you're right. It's true. I'm more into women. Probably more than I'm into men. But that doesn't change my love for you. That doesn't change anything in our relationship. Yet I do still fear. How does he feel? I don't want to hurt him. I don't want to push him away. I don't want to ruin my whole relationship with him. I don't want to ruin my marriage. I don't want to ruin like it for my children. Like I want them to have a dad in their life because I didn't have that. So I didn't want to mess up. So I still feel fear. I'm still afraid to talk about it openly. And I hope one day we can just openly talk about it. Like he knew I was bi and that was not a problem. That was not something that was a big deal. Knowing that I'm actually probably more lesbian, but still in love with him, still love him very much. And that it doesn't change my love for him and our relationship. It changed it a little bit. But I don't want to make it weird or difficult in our relationship. I don't want to make a big deal about it, and just being able to be open and talk about it. And because it has nothing to do with him either. Like it has nothing to do with him that I'm attracted to women. It has nothing to do with him. It's not because of him. It's not because something happened. It just is who I am. But yet again, I love him so much, and that doesn't change. So this is actually me coming out. I'm so nervous to share this on the internet. But I'm this caterpillar that go deep into herself, exploring, did go into this chrysalis and came out as a butterfly. But I'm scared to fly. I'm scared of flying yet. I'm not ready yet. Because I'm afraid of pushing my husband away. I'm afraid of ruining my relationship, which I don't want. So this is difficult. I'm very emotional. I have been crying a lot lately. I have been emotional. But I'm also taking the time of self-acceptance and accepting who I am. Being able to say this to my husband, have put the pressure off my shoulders because I was crying every day the last couple of days. And from the moment I know he knew, I felt less like I'm cheating on him, because I wasn't. But this secret was killing me. It was really killing me. And I wanted to share it because there are probably more women feeling like this, being crazy in love with their husband, realizing they're actually also a lesbian. So, thank you so much for watching. If you resonate with this story, share it, support us with a thumbs up and subscribe. And see you later. Bye.